Hello there, you're watching Vnews Bulletin. I'm Vung presenting you today's top stories as usual.
Prime Minister welcomes Canadian Foreign Minister. National Press Festival opens in Hanoi. Vietnam Expo 2022 kicks off in Hanoi.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh on April 13 received Canadian Foreign Minister Melaine Joly, who is paying a 2-day visit to Vietnam.
Highly valuing Joly's selection, Vietnam as one of the first 2 Asian countries to pay an official visit to. As Foreign Minister of Canada, the host noted with satisfaction that 2 countries' relations have been growing effectively and substantively over the past time. Prime Minister Chinh asked the minister to have tightened the 2 countries' connections and called on Canada to continue creating conditions for more Vietnamese goods to enter its market. For her part, Joly said her visit is to implement her country's new Indo-Pacific strategy, in which Canada wishes to further intensify relations with some countries in the region, with Vietnam being a leading priority. Canada hopes to diversify and expand trade links with Vietnam, she went on, asking Vietnam to assist her country to step up the strategic partnership with ASEAN. On the same day, Foreign Minister Bùi Thanh Sơn held talks with Canadian Foreign Minister Melaine Joly. Both sides shared delight at the positive growth Vietnam-Canada ties across all fields, with two-way trade reaching over $6 billion in 2021, up 19% over 2020, despite the difficulties brought by COVID-19. Coordination in education, training, climate change response, and pandemic control has also been strengthened, they noted. The 2 foreign ministers discussed measures to further deepen the Vietnam-Canada partnership in the time ahead.
Prime Minister Phạm Minh held talks with Klaus Schwab, Executive Chairman of the World Economic Forum, on April 13.
At the talks, Prime Minister Phạm Minh asked the World Economic Forum to continue accompanying and supporting Vietnam, especially in providing policy consultation to help Vietnam perfect its institutions as well as transform its growth model and connect the country with corporations and prestigious global investment funds, among others. For his part, Professor Klaus Schwab said he was impressed with achievements Vietnam has gained in the fight against COVID-19 and economic recovery in 2021. The professor said the World Economic Forum pledged to continue to accompany and cooperate with Vietnam. He suggested the 2 sides sign a partnership agreement to create a framework for substantive and effective cooperation in the coming time. The forum founder invited Prime Minister Chinh to attend and speak at the World Economic Forum Davos annual meeting in May, while the Prime Minister invited him to soon lead a delegation to visit Vietnam.
The National Press Festival opened at the Hanoi Museum on April 13, displaying outstanding publications in early 2022.
In his opening speech, Chairman of the Vietnam Journalists Association, Lê Công Minh, emphasized this is not only a festival for the press and its audience, but also an affirmation that the country has moved to a new normal. Praising achievements the press has gained over the past time, head of the party's Popularization and Education Commission, Nguyễn Trọng Nghĩa, said the press has made an important contribution to strengthening the people's confidence in the leadership of the party and state. The festival, to last until April 15th, provides an opportunity to honor the strong development of Vietnam's journalism and journalists' creative works, and to promote exchange and cooperation between journalists and the public.
The major press agencies of the party, state and the government, and the central press agencies play an important role in demonstrating a new development of the press.
Actually, Vietnamese journalists have never stopped working in the past 2 years. They're always present in hotspots of the pandemic to make timely reports to the people.
A series of other events will also be organized on the sidelines of the festival, including a forum on digital transformation and a concert featuring music performances by journalists among others.
The opening ceremony of the 31st Vietnam International Trade Fair, or Vietnam Expo 2022, took place on April 13 with the theme Accompanying Businesses in the Digital Era.
This year's trade fair takes place in person at Hanoi International Exhibition Center from April 13 to 16th, while the virtual fair will run in a month from April 13 to May 13th, enabling foreign exhibitors to join remotely. On display are products divided in 4 sections: national and export brands, machinery for supporting industries, digital technology and e-commerce, and food and beverage. The trade fair features 380 pavilions run by some 410 exhibitors, including those from 15 foreign countries and territories. A number of forums, conferences, and workshops by sector and market will be held on the sidelines of the event to help local enterprises gain broader access to both domestic and foreign partners. With its 30-year history, Vietnam Expo has become one of the largest trade promotion events in Vietnam.
The U.S. Department of Commerce has slashed the anti-dumping duties on Vietnam's honey exporters by almost 7-fold compared to its preliminary conclusions, according to the Vietnamese Ministry of Industry and Trade.
That is part of the U.S. Department of Commerce final conclusions on tax rates in the anti-dumping investigation against honey imported from Argentina, Brazil, India, and Vietnam. Accordingly, the anti-dumping duties on Vietnamese businesses will cut down to 58.74 to 61.27%, from 410.93 to 413.99% in the preliminary conclusions. This will help Vietnam's honey industry maintain export to the U.S., the ministry said, noting that it welcomes the U.S. Department of Commerce listening to relevant parties' opinions and adjusting part of its calculation methodology. Vietnam exported more than 56,000 tons of honey, worth about $82.1 million to the U.S. in 2021.
The South Central Province of Ninh Thuận plans to have high-tech agriculture become a key industry, posting value growth of between 30 and 40% each year.
Ninh Thuận is known for having the fiercest climate conditions in Vietnam. Its wet season lasts just 3 months, while the remainder is hot and sunny. In 2019, a 30-hectare high-tech farm was built amid immense white sand dunes in Phuc Định Commune, Thuận Nam District.
Although Ninh Thuận has the harshest climate conditions in the country, there is an advantage in assessing good agricultural production practices to create safe food products.
The Danny Green Organic Ninh Thuận Farm plants organic melons and pumpkins, using technology to turn unfavorable weather conditions to its advantage. Calling on businesses to invest in high-tech agricultural sector will not only help boost product value, but also create a brand name for local specialties.
We provide about 2 million fried fish to the market every year. There are many businesses now investing in industrial food, which has made fisheries development much easier.
Ninh Thuận Province had created the conditions needed to attract more businesses to invest in high-tech agriculture and now has 31 high-tech agricultural projects. During 2021 to 2025, the province plans to see high-tech agriculture become a key industry, boosting value growth of between 30 to 40% each year. The province will also facilitate cooperation between farmers, businesses, and scientists in high-tech agriculture, including helping businesses and cooperatives network with farmers. It plans to have some 1,000 hectares under high-tech farming by 2025.
Hanoi has announced the plan to promote the image of the nation as well as Vietnam's culture and the people of Vietnam and the capital city to international friends during the upcoming 31st Southeast Asian Games.
Hanoi will promote local culture and tourist sites and increase communications on the friendships and cooperation between Vietnam, Hanoi, and ASEAN countries, along with activities to popularize the meaning of the SEA Games 31st, as well as Vietnam's efforts to host the event and Vietnamese athletes. Local residents will also be encouraged to get involved in voluntary activities for the SEA Games 31st. Major streets in the city will be adorned with banners promoting the event, while various cultural and sporting activities will be held depending on the COVID-19 situation in the city. Through the activities, the capital plans to highlight its socio-economic achievements as well as the economic and tourism potential Vietnam and Hanoi hold, while expanding friendships with countries in the regions and the world, and spreading the image of Hanoi as a safe, friendly, high-quality, attractive destination.
The northern mountainous province of Lai Châu is making meticulous preparations to promote its community-based tourism sites during its hosting of a cultural and tourism week from April 14 to 17.
Most activities held within the tourism week will take place in Tam Duong district, including a paragliding tournament, an exhibition of ethnic cultural space, and visits to community-based tourism villages, among others.
The district will arrange booths promoting the cultures of 7 ethnic groups. Local agricultural products and tools will also be on display.
A farm trip and a seminar will be also featured to promote local tourism development.
The Culture and Tourism Week is an important event, contributing to stimulating tourism while developing the local economy.
Visitors to the Culture and Tourism Week will have the chance to gain a better insight into local ethnic groups' cultures, as well as feast their eyes on the pristine and mysterious beauty of perimeter forests and breathtaking landscapes.
The representative office of the national flag carrier Vietnam Airlines in Singapore has just launched the Vietnam Airlines Rediscover Vietnam program with the aim of introducing and promoting the country's safe tourism in the post-COVID-19 period.
This is the first among a series of events to be held by Vietnam Airlines and its partners around the world. Also at the launching ceremony, Vietnam Airlines and its partners, Thiên Minh Group, Vinpearl and Caravel, introduced new, attractive and safe tour packages to agents, businesses and customers in Singapore.
After a 2-year hiatus caused by the pandemic, Vietnam Airlines has to date reoperated flights to many markets, and Singapore is the first market that has resumed two-way services.
Vietnamese ambassador to Singapore, Mai Phu Dung, appreciated Vietnam Airlines' initiative to organize the program. The airline is currently operating 18 flights per week between Singapore and Vietnam's Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. From June 1st, it will operate more direct flights from Singapore to Phu Quoc, Da Nang and Nha Trang.
And that's the end of our bulletin. Thank you for being here with us. We hope to see you again soon.